I'm gonna drive to the ocean, swim naked with the dolphins. You wanna come?
No, I'm good. Next up, I would like to make amends with Olet.
Hello and welcome to More Movies Reacts. My name's Greg Fisher. I'm joined by the legend that is David Roberts, and we're here to react to the trailer for How It Ends, a brand new comedy drama that stars Zoe Lister-Jones, also directed by her, and another guy called Daryl Wein. Don't know much else about it. Dave, do you know about this movie?
No, totally come up on the radar as something brand new. Not heard much about it, but from the poster and whatnot, it looks quite exciting.
Yeah, it's from what I gather, it's kind of an apocalyptic comedy in which the character of Liza travels through LA trying to get to her last ever party because the world's about to end for some reason, and it's about all the characters she bumps into along the way and the adventures she gets into. It looks a little bit kooky. It looks a little bit, offbeat kind of comedy, something that we possibly might enjoy. These kind of films that we like, something like Kajillionaire, Miranda July's kind of work. It looks like it's in the same sort of vein as that. I don't know much about it myself. Other than that, I know it was released actually in January. It had its premiere at the Sundance, but its general release will be later this month, July 2021. So are you up for it? Shall we watch the trailer and give our reaction and have a little bit of a chat about it afterwards? What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Legend!
Listen, happy last day.
Try to remember me like this.
No.
It's a joke.
That's not how
There's
you'll
Fred
die.
Armisen there from
You'll wait till you
Portlandia.
explode like the rest of us.
Yeah.
2 a.m. Asteroid hits. I'm gone.
This is all a big hoax. You actually believe the news? The meteor is fake.
My whole life, I've been
But yeah.
terrified of
Yeah.
dying alone.
Fake
and
news.
Tonight, I am literally dying alone.
You're not alone. You have me.
You don't count. You're metaphysical.
Okay.
My end of the world party tonight.
We gotta go.
Nice stack of pancakes.
Before we
there.
die, let's talk regrets.
The biggest one is Dad.
I'm gonna drive to the ocean, swim naked with the dolphins. You wanna come?
No, I'm good. Next up, I would like to make amends with Olet.
I have developed psychically to the place where I am capable of extraordinary things. Yeah, I'm Reiki 1 certified.
And then
Larry.
Hey, Liza. Here to tell me you love me? There's nothing coming out of those speakers.
Oh,
I found it on the street, but I thought it was a cool visual.
yeah,
I think it's broken.
I think you'd be in the 80s.
Yeah.
My whole life has just been a series of regret after regret after regret.
Oh, Helen Hunt.
tonight, you can face those regrets and turn them around.
Let's go out with a bang.
It's the only way to go.
It's like Tom Hanks said in Castaway, life's a box of chocolates, so we die alone.
Eyeballs! You got nice eyes.
I'm celebrating tonight. I should have been dead a long time ago.
Oh, Pauly Shore. Bloody hell.
Hell of a cast going on.
Yeah.
It's like an existential scavenger hunt for your soul.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I dig that.
Colin Hanks there at the end. Very cool. Well, that was short and sweet. Obviously, there's a meteor headed for Earth. Going to crash into it, kill us all, apocalyptic nightmare. This person's going back through basically a timeline of friends and exes and relatives from her life, trying to make good with them, and ends up at a party with Pauly Shore, by the look of it. I haven't seen him in a movie since the 90s.
You know, Mr. M, the way I look at it, someday your daughter and I could be married and we could be related.
I count the days.
But
Yeah,
that looks like
well.
quite good fun to me. It looks like quite kooky, sort of, offbeat humor, that the kind of stuff I enjoy usually, to be honest. So,
Yeah, it's a good indie comedy, it looks, and it's that old finger chestnut scenario, what would you do if it was the last day on Earth kind of
yeah.
thing. So it's the perfect scenario to set up all these kind of things. And then, of course, it's whatever that crazy one day throws at you kind of thing. Which,
Exactly. I mean, the last film I seen that has that kind of storyline or theme was This Is the End with, James Franco and Seth Rogen and all those guys in it. Obviously a very different styling for that thing than this. This is, like you say, it's a bit more of an indie comedy, a bit more colourful and an emphasis on that kind of interpersonal humor rather than the big gags or slapstick or anything. But yeah,
you can tell the references are more offbeat. The holding the radio up, which is a Say Anything, isn't it? The 80s movie.
Yeah,
it's those kind of. It's not. This isn't mainstream. This is very indie kind of culture.
Absolutely, yeah, and that she's obviously got some sort of psychological things going on there because she's talking to a younger version of herself, which she says is metaphysical, so it doesn't count. But that looks like quite an interesting element to it. I mean, a lot of people when they're grown up, they have imaginary friends, but I'm not sure how many of them have an imaginary friend that is a younger version of yourself.
Of themselves, yeah. It's pretty different. It reminded me, obviously, we mentioned at the beginning, obviously, like Jillian Ayre's a recent one that there's definitely stylings of that as well. In terms of,
definitely.
By that shot by the garages and stuff which went past, it was like
and then you get the writing on the wall and stuff. I thought that as well. I thought that was the same sort of thing, but probably not very similar to it in any other ways. But
but I was thinking more recently of films we've watched. There's of course that Booksmart.
Oh yeah,
and of course the drug film The Binge, which we watched.
It was kind of a take on the Purge, really, wasn't it? But it was all about squeezing in that last party while you can.
That concept of a compressed timeline and the main characters meeting lots of people and doing lots of stuff in a short space of time.
Yeah.
In the case of Booksmart, it was prom night and they wanted to have one last wild night before they graduate. So it's a similar concept. Obviously now it's the end of the world, but it's an idea of a compressed timeline and meeting loads of crazy characters and nuts stuff happening.
This is a little bit more of an adult party than I...
Yeah, and you're still wearing your pants.
Yeah, so this is more like one for LA hipsters that are just, got strange senses of humor. And I mean, that joke about that woman, I'm now Reiki 1 certified. We all know these kind of kooky people that are, obsessed with these new age, I suppose, mindfulness techniques and stuff like that. But there's quite a lot of notable figures in there. Like, as I said, Fred Armisen, who people will know from Portlandia. Zoe Lister-Jones is the main character there. She's also a co-director of the film. You've also got people like Finn Wolfhard that people will know from Stranger Things. You've got Bobby Lee, who's a bit of a YouTube internet sensation, a comedian, quite a funny guy. You've got Bradley Whitford as the dad there, quite funny. And you've also got a few other names like Olivia Wilde, and also I noticed, I didn't see her in the trailer, but Sharon Van Etten, the musician, singer-songwriter, is in there somewhere as well. So I'm definitely intrigued to see this one. It does look like a good giggle. Well. Yeah, for Helen Hunt. I mean, her and Pauly Shore, I've not seen either of them in any films for at least 10, 15 years. Two people I've watched loads of their movies. Pauly Shore over the years was big in the 90s, things like Encino Man and stuff like that. He was very big in. He was like quite a major star for a little while at the time, but nice to see him back in something. It's great. He may do stuff in the States that we're not aware of. He's a bit more on TV or stuff like that, but nice to see him in a feature film again.
Yeah, hell of a little cast they've pulled together of all kinds of people that we all know. If you're into that kind of thing, so it's interesting.
It is, isn't it?
Take on it.
Something a bit different. So what do you think watching this? Do you like the look of how it ends? Are you into that kind of indie hipster comedy? We like a bit of it. Let us know in the comments below. Will be great to hear from you. And I suppose that wraps up another reaction, Dave. And we'll dip into another one next week if you're up for that.
Sounds good.
All right, my friend. Thanks very much for watching and tune in again. And don't forget to keep watching more movies. Well, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave us a comment and smash that like button right here on YouTube. In the meantime, if you want to check out more of our reviews and articles, check out our website, moremovies.co.uk. And come and join us on social media at More Movies For You. That's Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of that jazz. And if you want to support us because you like our content, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com, or you can just buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com. All the links are in the description below. And to check out more of our filmtastic content, click on one of the buttons on screen now.